difficult. Arul Prakash, please come and introduce to us Buck Technology. Good luck.
Okay, survey time. How many of you have lost money trying to cancel your hotel room bookings, be it storm, be it anything? Raise of hands. Okay. As per the industry numbers, there are at least about 15% of bookings actually are canceled. What if there was a way to avoid the money lost during cancellations? What if there was a way to help the traveler make it more flexible while also helping the hotel make some money out of it, right? And that's exactly what we're building at Book Technology. We're building a marketplace where people can resell their bookings instead of canceling and losing money out of it while making money for the hotels as well. So to think of it as StubHub for hotel room bookings, yeah? Who are we building this for? It's for an age segment of 25 to 35 Gen Z, but I believe the problems are very universal for everyone. You like to have flexibility in your travel. You don't want rigidity, right? Whereas the way that travel today works is, you have to plan your journey quite a lot. You have to plan for 3 months for a 3-day journey, right? And that lack of flexibility is something that pains this particular segment, and that's what we're trying to solve. We're building technology which is a distribution ecosystem and a resellable marketplace where travelers, travel agents, tour operators can actually resell their booking. And every time a booking is resold, the hotel whose room is being resold also gets a percentage out of that. So it's a win-win scenario for everyone in the chain. 81% of Gen Z want to travel more, and this is out of the surveys that came out of Amadeus. And this is a huge segment, right? Almost the top priority is around flexibility. And for any travel brand to not focus at such a large segment, which has the maximum wallet share percentage towards travel compared to any previous generation, is a risky proposition. We definitely need to look at this particular segment, and flexibility is a key criteria there. We believe that reselling of hotel rooms, while it looks like a very small user hack, user feature, can actually evolve into a completely new way of how user journeys are defined, how distribution happens, starting with travelers reselling their bookings, travel agents using it for distributing and trading among themselves, hotels using it for working capital and cash flow management, where they pre-sell their own bookings, rebuy them and resell them for a higher price, actually improving overall margin and revenue opportunities for the hotel itself. And the financial markets that can open because of this are immense. The way that it works is very simple. The same API that you today use for Expedia or Booking.com can be fed into our system, and we will be able to enable, as long as we have live inventory visibility, we will be able to enable resellability for all of those hotel rooms. From a hotel perspective, there is no cost involved, no technical upgrade, no setup cost, because all of these APIs already exist. And there is no process change even from a reception desk perspective, because the name changes are sent via modified reservation through an API back to the hotel, so nothing changes from a guest or from a hotel perspective. And with the kind of transparency and visibility that we're able to offer to hotels, even beyond primary sale, which currently doesn't exist, it's a clear win-win scenario even for the hotels. Our revenue model is dependent on primary and secondary booking fee. So secondary trading fee is every time a transfer happens, we take a commission out of it as well, and also pass a certain commission of that back to the hotels. We've already built our platform. Our alpha version went live 2 months back, and the tradable marketplace is going to go live in 2 months. We've already partnered with Expedia and Priceline, onboarded 50 properties, and have started to onboard a lot of our initial early community members as well. As a team, I and Nikhil, along with a team of 8 members, have extensive experience in enterprise technology, travel technology.
The rules are your mic goes off.
Thank you.
But you almost squeezed it in, so
yes.
Very good. Judges, please.
Yeah, could I just really quickly, could you go back through your revenue model and revenue projections, perhaps?
Sorry?
Your revenue model and revenue projections.
Yeah, so our revenue model, like I mentioned, is completely dependent on 2 things. One is primary booking fees, and the other is secondary market trading fees. Primary booking is the first time that the booking actually happens, and the secondary is every time the transfer happens. We do not work on a similar kind of an OTA model where I buy a room for $100 and sell it at $120, taking 20% cut. That's not our model. We are dependent for our revenues on the secondary market trading that happens. right? So it's going to create a network effect where the trading kind of continues to increase because people are going to now think, okay, when is an F1 race coming up? Let me buy those tickets, buy those bookings, and actually resell them at a higher price come close to the date. So the kind of speculation that is going to happen on this particular market is going to create a network effect, sort of a scale in terms of growth. And as per our projections for the next 5 years, by the end of 5 years, we should be having a revenue of anywhere between $85 to $100 million.
So, next question is, first of all, I thought it was impressive. You didn't mention blockchain, Web3, NFTs, or crypto at all in this presentation, even though that's the back end. So,
Thank you.
let's say I hold this NFT in my wallet, in my MetaMask wallet. There's that idea of like token-gated commerce where could somebody else, like a restaurant, say, hey, he's coming to, I can see his wallet, he's coming to
Of course.
Maldives?
Of course. So, I mean, think of this as an identity. So what we call in our system as proof of stay. The moment you have a booking, you can associate a lot of information. Does this person like beach properties? Does he like hotel properties? Can I associate my blockchain loyalty rewards along with a hotel booking? Can I give him a digital pass that he visited our property or visited this particular airport? There are a lot of opportunities in terms of what you can do, and obviously marketing as well.
Arul, great presentation. Thank you. Who's your competition?
At this point, I would say that the closest competition, though this exact model doesn't exist, would be someone called Travala, largely because the customer segment that they're targeting is the same as us, which is 25 to 35 Gen Z blockchain aware kind of an audience. They do about $6 million per month.
Just one follow-up. Tell me a little bit more about your team. I know you,
Okay.
you know,
Sure.
are you guys
So,
full-time? For
Sure. So we have 8 members in our team, right? And me and my co-founder, we've known each other for the last 20 years. And prior to this, we were working with Accenture, Tata Consultancy, KPMG, and we've worked with all the consumer-facing businesses. So we've built and we know how to build enterprise and consumer applications alike because we've done that for quite some time now, right? So that's the experience. And in fact, my co-founder has been working, both of us have been working with the startups earlier. He has been running his own startup in the travel tech space for the last 7 years. So all the integration knowledge is intact.
Thanks.
No questions?
Okay, then I'll follow up with
Okay.
another one. So which blockchain are you using?
Polygon.
Polygon?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Judges, any?
So-
Cheryl?
Yeah, and overall for the hotel, is there any change for them? Because you're using, you said the Expedia API, so there's no change for operations.
Sorry,
With your technology, is there any change for operations? Do they have to do anything different? Because the data just will flow.
So
Okay.
even Expedia already does perform via the affiliate network. They enable something called as a soft change, which is a name change, right? So we can technically be able to pass a name change. Because what you need is, when the trading happens, the first person who's buying it is not the last person who is staying. So 48 hours before the check-in, we freeze all tradability and we send the name of the last person who is holding that booking back to the hotel.
Well, that was my last question.
Yeah.
So you can't change 48 hours before?
No.
You have to keep? Okay.
I mean, it's not a system constraint, it's a hotel constraint because different hotels have different processes.
Right, I was going to ask about legal requirements
Yeah.
because
We can do it
passports.
within 1 hour also, but some hotels like to call the guest and confirm
Arul,
3 days prior and so on.
Unfortunately, it's time, and we have to be very strict. Thank you so much. Please, Buck Technology.